Okay. So where Paul has created a template for us. So I'll show you the template now. Okay. So this is the list of all the posts. And what I want to do is search for the template rather than try and find it. Right, and there it is, a news post template, draft Elementor. And it shows you that Paul created it. If you want to use this template, that's how you'll get the same look and feel every time you do a news story. What you do is you duplicate it in the first place. All right.
All right.
So we'll do EA duplicator, and now that's come up at the top of all the news items, and we can now edit with Elementor. Okay, we've now got a draft news item that we can mess about with. So, and it hasn't, because I did a copy of it, it hasn't affected the original template, which is way down the bottom of this list, because Paul did that in the very early days. And that's why I did a search for it rather than try and scroll down for it. So I just do a search for template and then duplicate it, and then you can play. So edit with Elementor. So I think we'll try putting that news item, one of those news items in, Angela, that you sent me, the one that you that you think you've got the source for anyway. So it's just loading it up. Right. So enter the news article content here, and this is something that Paul has. So we will remove that. Just deleted that. I'll go to my Word document, and I'll find I want the text. Have that. And I'm going to cut and paste it into there. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay.
So you had that in Word just now, then, did you?
Yes, your email that you sent this morning. I just cut and pasted that into Word so that I could sort out the because sometimes when you take things out of an email, some of the spacing goes a bit funny, and sometimes you get extra spacing between paragraphs and things like that. I mean, there still might be some tidying up in there, but I think that's probably okay. At this point, you can can you see I'm hovering over publish so that I don't lose what I'm doing, and there's a save option there, and I can save it as a draft. So I'm going to save. So what I've created so far is there as a draft. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put a title in there. So we'll go for that title. So I'm copying that. Oh, and then in order to do that, I want to go back to I want to go back to the menu. How am I going to do that? Go from there. No, not from there. No. I've got to work out how to get back. Like that's what Adrian said. I had to get back to my menu.
Yeah, this is what I have found, that you know where you want to be, but how do you get there?
Okay.
Have to kind of start.
What I'll do is I'll go. I think I'll go to view it. Yes. That'll be better. So I've gone to view it, and I don't like the title, obviously. Then I'll go back to my menus. That's it. And then I'll pick my posts. So I'm back. Here we go. No, it was a bit roundabout, wasn't it? So you can visit the site. I think there's probably an easy way to do it, but that works anyway. So if you visit the site and then from the site select the menus, and then you can go back and look at your posts. And that's what you do. Okay. So this is this draft that I'm working on. So I'm going to do a quick edit and give it a title. I cut and pasted that a minute ago. It doesn't need the whole word September, does it? September 2023. Just chat just have a little chat with myself as usual. What publishing date should we give it? Should we give it?
Well, I don't know you can give it precise, but it's September.
Should we give it the, I don't know.
He didn't give me a precise date, I don't know.
Well, let's make it look like we published it on the 30th. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh, we did, yeah.
So Jane, what's the difference between the 9th of September?
No, it isn't the 9th of September, it's the 9th month. It's just
Oh, okay.
two ways of
Yeah.
showing the same thing. It isn't the 9th of September, it's the 9th month.
Right.
So when you go through that list, that's what they look
So you
like.
can see, I see.
Yeah. So I shall update that now. And I think it's not a draft anymore.
How did it stop being a draft, you know?
I think
Because did you click on publish or something?
Because I clicked update instead of going for the selection update.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's actually published it. But I mean, I think a lot of the time when we publish things, I don't think it's a big deal, really.
No.
There you go.
Oh, I don't know. Well, actually, I think on my screen it hasn't come up, so I wonder whether it hasn't published.
Well, you have to
it's updated it.
You'd have to refresh your page, Adrian.
Yeah, just refresh.
Well, okay. Have you? Has it come up on yours?
Oh no, it's still draft. That's good. Yes. So although I updated it from there, yes, it said when I hovered there, look, draft elemental. Right. So it is still draft. That's good.
But it was updated. So the change was recorded, but it was still in draft mode. Somewhere it could say publish, but I don't know where it says that.
Jane, there is a hyphen between surpluses and sponsors, because I thought it's rather long-winded and didn't make sense, the title. But there is a hyphen.
The hyphen's where?
Between the word surpluses and sponsors.
In the title.
Oh, is that in the heading? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go back. Go back then. All right. Go back to where you were. Right. Okay, I'll do a quick edit. So where's the dash?
After surpluses and before sponsors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it needs a space, doesn't it? Well, is there a dash there? Is that?
Yes, there is.
Like that.
After surpluses.
After surpluses, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Here, after surpluses.
All right.
Sponsors or members.
And as this is a source,
that's all members.
it shouldn't be a hyphen. It should be, I think, what is called an M dash, which you've got before the LCP. Can you see that looks slightly longer, or is it slightly longer? No, maybe not. Don't know.
What?
Maybe it isn't.
It's surplus sponsors or members.
Oh, so they're the same length. Okay.
Oh, but my published date didn't work, did it? Look, it's published it Ah, ah, ah. Go back to the dashboard.
I find the best way to learn is to make mistakes.
As long as they're retrievable.
I mean, it is a bit with these things, because what you're looking at on the admin screen is very different from what you look at on the final screen. Then you know, it is a case of sort of messing about with it.
Jane, did you hear me? It's sponsors or members, not sponsors of members.
Where was that?
In the
That was in
title.
the heading again, was where we were working before, but I don't know how it got to of. But it's sponsors or members who should get the money.
Sponsors of all, that should
All
say.
members.
Well, that's because I retyped it because you sent it in caps. That's what happened.
Yeah.
There. And I was,
You know,
you
no,
know,
not all sponsors OR or members. It's an option. Who should get the money? Is it sponsors or members?
oh, one thing. That better?
Yeah, lovely.
Right. Phew.
Hmm.
And then we can preview. Right. Oh, and it's I think in order to change that publish date, I think we probably need to actually publish it. I think that's what's going on.
Strange, isn't it? Yeah. You don't have access to that publishing date with Elementor then?
That date that I, September is the date that it was sent to me by Pump, but I don't know, it was probably published before that, but so that's why October, it's our publishing date, 9th of October.
Yeah, but I think we ought to show that we published it in September. It looks a bit odd.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. We need to.
I'm just going to take off some of the, I think there's a bit of extra space down there. That's better. It's that. Should we publish? Should we publish?
Yeah.
Go on, let's publish. Right, then I'll go back and change the publish date, which I think I can do more.
So where did you publish it? I didn't see what happened.
Oh, sorry.
Did you publish it?
Down at the bottom, where it said update, that was.
Oh, did that say publish?
Yeah, it said publish. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Didn't see. Okay.
It did. Sorry, I did it a bit quick, didn't I? So I want to view it. Yeah. And then I want to hover over there and go back to my menu and post. And I'm going to quick edit my date now. Very annoying how that, until I published it, didn't want me to. Right. So now, yay! There you go. That's the published date now. Okay, 30th of September.
That's weird, isn't it? That it doesn't want you
Obviously,
to do
from a draft, it'll only save it as the current date. That must be something that in the thing. So you have to remember, if you do a draft, to then set the date when you're ready. So that will now appear, Angela, on the home page as the top news item on the home page is that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the top of the news items as well.